Good morning students, welcome to Maths class. Dear students, today in our Maths session, we will discuss the remaining methods of finding square root of the number. In our last class, we learned the first two methods, that is repeated subtraction method and ones and tens digit method. And today, the third method, first we discussed, that is prime factorization method. Using prime factorization method, how to find out the square root of a given number. I will explain that first. First of all, we will prime factorize the number, and then after we write all the prime factors, and then we pair the factors. That means in two same factors in one group. In that way we pair the factors, and from each pair we take one factor and then multiply that factors. That is the process of finding the square root of a number using prime factorization method. Okay, let us see this with the help of an example and understand it. Find the root of 15,876 using prime factorization method. So first of all, we are going to prime factorize this number, which is the least prime number by which we can divide this number, that is 2. So we factorize it by 2. 2 7s are 14, 2 9s are 18, and 2 3s are 6, and 2 8s are 16. Again we divide it by 2. 2 3s are 6, and 2 9s are 18. 2 6 are 12, and 2 9s are 18. Now listen students, we cannot divide it by 2. Now the next prime number is 3. Is it divisible by 3? Yes, it is divisible by 3. How to check that it is divisible by 3? We add all the digits, and if the sum comes in 3 table, then it is divisible by 3. This number is divisible by 3, therefore we divide it by next prime number 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, and 3 3s are 9. Again we can divide it by 3. 3 4s are 12, and 3 4s are 12, and 3 1s are 3, 4 41. We can again divide this by 3. Then by 3 divide, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12, and 3 7s are 21. Again we can divide this by 3. 3 4s are 12, 3 9s are 27. Now we cannot divide this number by 3. By the next prime number is 5. By 5 it is not possible. And next prime number is 7. Is it possible by 7? Yes. 49 comes in 7 table, therefore we factorize it by 7. Then we get 7 sevens. So here now we got 1. So the prime factorization is over. Now what we are going to do is that we are writing all these prime factors. Here 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. All the prime factors we have written, and now we are pairing this. So we can again write this in such a way that 2, from this pair we take 2 square into 3 square into, from here again 3 square into 7 square. And from each pair we take 1 1. That is already taking the root. So 2 into, from here 3 into, from here 3 into, from here 7. This we multiply. The product will be the root of this number. So here 3 sums are 21, 21 3s are 63, 63 2s are 126. So here the root of 15,876 is equal to 126. Okay, students, I think that you understood this method of finding square root of the number. In this method, what we are doing first, we prime factorize each number until we get 1, and then write all the factors here, and from then we pair the factors, and from each pair we take one factor, and then find out the product of that. The product of these factors will be the root of this number. Okay, one more example I will show you after this. Okay students, we will solve one more question in in this method, that is question A in your textbook, that I will say afterwards 529, root 529. By prime factorization, how to find out the prime factors of this number? We prime factorize this number. By 2 it is not possible because the last digit is not an even number. And by 3, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 9, 16. 16 not comes in 3 table, therefore it is not divisible by 3. Next prime number 5, it is not divisible. By 7 also it is not a possibility to divide. Next prime number is 11. By 11 also it is not divisible. And 13, by 13 also not divisible. And the next prime number is 17. By 17 it is not divisible. The next prime number is 19. By 19 also it is not divisible. That means it may be a prime number because in no other table it is this number is not coming in any other table. Therefore, this number comes. I think it comes in 23 table only. There is no other factors. So by 23 we divide 23. 23 is 529. So here the factor is 23. So we write it here 23 into 23. Here we can take the group and then root 23 square. That is equal to, what is that? 123 we take from this. So the root of 529 is equal to 23. I think you got the idea of how we can find out the root of a number using prime factorization method, and the rest of the question is remaining question you have to do as homework. The homework I will send. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the next method of finding square root, or the last method of finding square root. That method is long division method. Okay. Okay, student. The last method of finding square root of a number is long division method. Long division method. How we can find out the square of a number using long division method? So these steps I will explain one by one when I solve one example. Then we can clearly understand it. Okay. So first of all, in long division method, we write the number and then after writing this number, we group the number. We group the number from right to left in such a way that each group carries 2 digits. From the right to left side, two digits we group. We can place a line over the number, and here there is only 1 digit, so that also will be taken as one group. This is the first step. After writing the number, we group the number from right to left in such a way that each group carry 2 digits. And here, if any group has not 2 digits, that single digit also will be taken as a group. And then we start the division. We take the first group, that is 8. From the left side, first group we take. Then here we see which is the perfect square less than or equal to 8. Less than or equal to 8. Perfect square. Perfect square number means 1 is a perfect square and 4 is a perfect square. 2 2s are 4. 4 is a perfect square. Then 3 3s are 9 is a perfect square. And then 4 4s are 16 is another perfect square. So these are perfect square numbers. We have to see which is the perfect square less than or equal to 8. Less than or equal to 8. There is a one perfect square just before that perfect square is a 4. That is a square of 2. So if we take 3 3s are 9. 9 is more than 8. So just before this 8, the perfect square number is 4. That's a square of 2. So that 2 we write both in the divisor part and the quotient part. Okay. The quotient part and the divisor part we write that. Then we multiply. 2 2s are 4 and that we write under 8. Just like what we are doing in division, that same method only. And then here we subtract this number. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. So after subtracting this number, next step is that we have to bring down the next group downside with 41. Full group, not one digit, that full group we bring down here. And now, here what is written in the quotient, it's double. We have to write in the divisor, double of that number. Otherwise, we multiply by 2. 2 2s are 4. It means that we have to take the double of the quotient. Double of the quotient is 2. So double of the quotient is 4. That 4 we write here. Okay. Then after writing this 4, then here we have to find out a digit. Here we have to find out a digit. By that digit, if we multiply this number, that will be equal to this number or less than this number. Okay. Here we find out a digit. When we multiply this number with the digit, then that will be equal to this 441, or it will be less than this one. As it is last step, it will be equal to this 441. Which number is that? Here you can use the property of the unit digit of the square number and unit digit of the root number. As it is the last group and last digit, we can use that property. Last is 1. So the root unit digit also will be, there are two chances, 1 or 9. So we can replace it with the 1 here. 4, after this we can take 1. We can multiply 41 into 1. That will be 41 only, but here it is 441. So it is not 1. The next chance is 9. The two chances are there. If last is 1, then either 1 or 9 can come. We have taken 1, and therefore after 4 we wrote 1. With that, what number we are taking, that here, that same number we have to multiply. So 41, if we take 1, then we multiply 41 into 1. Then 41 only, but here it is bigger number, larger number, 441. So no doubt the next option is 49. You can directly write that 9. Otherwise, if you have doubt, you can just multiply. If you take 49, then we have to multiply by 9. 9 9s are 81, remainder 8. 9 4s are 36 plus 8, 44. So we got 441. So if one digit is not the answer, then surely it will be the next digit. So we can take that 9 here and 9 in the quotient part also, and 9 and 49 we multiply. 49 into 9 we have already multiplied, 441. So here the remainder is 0. Therefore we can write that root 841 is equal to 29. Okay students, once more I will explain. First step is that we have to group the number from right to left in such a way that each group carries 2 digits, and if there is any group has 1 digit, take that as a group only. And then we see, if we take the first group and see which is the perfect square that it comes just before or equal to this number. Here it is 4. 4 is the root of 2. That 2 we write in divisor part and then in the quotient part. Then we multiply 2 into 2, 4, and then we subtract, then we get 4. Then next step we bring down the next group here, and then we got 441. And afterwards we take the double of the quotient. In the quotient part there is 2 only, that 2 double is 4. That 4 we have written here. Then we want to find out a number, a digit here. When we multiply this number by that digit, then it will be equal to this number. Which digit is that? As the last digit is 1, if this is last group. In last group we can see the unit digit property. So as the last digit is 1, there are two options, 1 or 9. So we checked with 1, but that is not the number, so it will be 9. So we wrote that 9 here and the 9 in the quotient part also. Don't forget to write this number in both places, otherwise the answer will be wrong. So we wrote 9 here, and then with the 9 and 14 we multiplied, we got 441, and the remainder becomes 0. So this is the way of finding square root by long division method. This symbol, first of all you feel that it is confusing, but when we go through 2-3 examples, then you can feel that it is very simple and interesting method of finding the square root of a number. Okay, we move to another example using this method, then you can make it clear. Okay, students, another question we are going to solve. So you listen carefully each and every steps. The question is the root of 34,225. So as I have explained, first step is that we group the number from right to left in such a way that each group carries two digits, and here one group that is only one digit. This group has only one digit. Okay, no problem. We start. We see which is the perfect square that is equal to or just before this 3. Just before 3 there is only one perfect square, that is 1. That is the square root of square of 1. If 1 ones are 1, 2 2s are, it will become 4. So 3 is less than 4. Therefore, the first perfect square less than or equal to 3 is equal to 1. That 1 we write in quotient part and also in divisor part. Then 1 ones are 1, that we write under 3 after multiplication. Then we subtract this number. We subtract 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Next group is 242. Then what is the next step? Double of the quotient here. Double of 1 means 2. Or we multiply 1 by 2. Then students, here we want to find out a number, a digit. And the number formed by that digit should be multiplied with the same digit, then it should be equal to or less than this 242. Here we cannot see the last unit digit because one more group is remaining. Last stage only we can see the unit digit and use the properties of unit digit to find out. But here we replace, we give a value here, we select a value here, and by that number, if we multiply the same number, then it should be equal to or less than 242. Then, which is that? If I give 5 here, suppose here 25, 5 I have given here, then we have to multiply by 5. 25 5s are 125, but here it is 242. So surely this number, this digit is more than 5, greater than 5. So just I take 7, 27, 27. If I take 7, then 27 into 7. So by 7 I have to multiply. 7 7s are 49, remainder 4, 7 2s are 14, plus 4, 18, 189. But here it is 242. So that digit is greater than 7. So one more we check. 2 8, 28. 8 8s are 64, remainder 6. 8 2s are 16 plus 6, 22. 224. Here 242. And if we take 9, then it will be greater than this number. You can see it with the 9. 29 into 9. Then 9 9s are 81, remainder 8. 9 2s are 18 plus 8, 26. But here 242, here 261. So the digit is not 9, the digit is 8. So we write 8 here, at the same time we write 8 here also, in the quotient part also. Now what we are doing, 8 into 28 is equal to, we have already multiplied 224, that we write here 224, then subtract it. Is equal to 8 and 1, 18. Next group is 25. After subtraction, we have to write the, bring down the next group to downside, just with this number. After subtraction, what's the remainder? With that we write the next group. 1825. After writing this group, what's the next step? We take the double of this 18, not 8. Here, don't take the double of 8, but this full number, full quotient part, we have to take double. 18. 18 2s are 36. Or 18 plus 18 also you can do, 36. Then 36. Here we have to find out a number. When we multiply that number, it should be equal to or less than this number. Here we can see last unit digit property, because there is no other group afterwards. So here last digit is 5, then the root last digit also will be 5. There is no doubt, no need to check other numbers. So you can write directly here 5, and here also 5, and 5 into 365, it will be 1825 only. You can check, if you have doubt, you can check that 365 into 5. 5 5s are 25, remainder 2, 5 6 are 30 plus 2, 32, remainder 3, 5 3s are 15 plus 3, 18. So 1825 we can get, and subtract them 0. So the root of 34225 is equal to, this is 185. Okay students, so now we have solved 2 examples, and you also do some more example by yourself in each steps. Whenever you get the doubt, you replay this video and then you can get. I think you have understood that so many process involved in this. So each steps one by one you make it into your heart so that you can remember it. Okay. Okay students, now we are going to solve exercise 3.3, the questions. Here we start from 5th question because first, second question already you have done in previous class, and the third and fourth, the third question is prime factorization method and fourth question is long division method. That already I explained. The remaining question I will give us homework. And then 5th question, now find the value of the following. Here root of 39,204. Here find the value of the following, which method it is not mentioned. So we use the long division method. In bigger numbers, long division method is I think it is easy to perform. As there is no particular method mentioned in this, so we can take the long division method. So first we group from here to 2 digits and then we start. 3, which is the perfect square less than 3? 1. That one we write here. 1 ones are 1 and subtract then 2. Then next group 90, 2 90. So double of these 2. When we multiply, when we replace a digit here, when we write a digit here, and by that digit if we multiply this number, then we should get less than or equal to this number. So it can be, you know that it is 10 times. If it is 10 times, so you can see that it is 200. But 10 times we cannot. Only 10 means it is 2 digits, so 1 digit only we can write here. So maximum it is about 9. 29 into 9. We multiply. 9 nines are 81. 9 twos are 18 plus 8 26. 261. So here we write it 9 and here also we write 9. Okay. Then we subtract 9 into 29 261. Then we write here 1 and 3. Okay, 31. Next group is 0 4. That we bring down, and then next we take double of this 19, that is 38. So here last digit, this is so last digit we can see here 4. If last digit is 4, there are 2 chances, that is 2 or 8. So suppose if we write here 2, 3, 8, 2 into 2. 2 to the 4, 8 to 16, and 3 to 6 plus 1 7. 764, but here 3104. So surely it will be next chance. 2 chances are the right order, 2 or 8. These are the chances. If 2 is not the digit, then surely it will be 8. So that 8 we write here and here also. And 8 into 3, 88, we get 3104 and 0. So the value of this is 39204, that is equal to 198. Okay students, 198. Thank you. We will solve question C of 5th. This number we have to convert into, you have to find the value of this number. That means find the square root of this number. How to find out? It's a bigger number, so it is suitable to use prime factorization method. It will be very long when we use prime factorization method. So in bigger number it is possible or it is easier to find out the square root using long division method. So here first of all we group the numbers from right. Here one group, here one group, here one group, and here and last only one. So this is the first step of grouping. Then first group 1, which is the perfect square, less than or equal to 1 itself. So we write that 1 here and 1 here, and 1 into 1, 1. That we subtract and 0. Next group 46. And after that double of 1, that is equal to 2. Here we replace 1 digit. So when we multiply by that digit, it will be equal to 46. Suppose if we take 1 here, 21 into 1, 21. If we take 2 here, 22 into 2, 44. If we take 3 here, 23 into 3, that will be more than 46. So we take a 2. Here at that end, here also 2. 2 into 22, 44. Subtract, remainder 2. Next group we have to bring down, that is 89. Next group 289. Then double of 12 is equal to 24. Here we have to write one number. By that number, when we multiply this full number, it should be equal to 289. Here, if we take 1, 241 into 1, 241. If we take it to 242 into 2, that will become 400 and more than 400. So, it will be 2 here. So, 1 here. So, 1 and here 1. 1 into 240. 1 is equal to 241. Next subtraction. Okay, I think you understood. Then 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 and 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. 48. And next group. 9, 4. Next, 4, 4. Next group is 44. That we have to. Then double of 121 is equal to 242. 242. Then we replace one number here. When we write one number here, it should be equal to or less than this number. You can see that if we take 2421 into 1, 2421, but here it is 2. So more than 4000. Therefore, we take 2. Then yes, we can take 2. Here 2 and here 2. Then when we multiply 2 into 2, 4, and 2 into 2, 4, and 2 4s are 8, and 2 4s are 2 2s are 4. Already we got 0. And last digit, last one more group is as there is only one digit, that is 0, then it is directly we can write this 0 here and here. But if we take one more step, then 0 0 will be placed here, then 0. That is no need to continue. We can directly, as it is 0, we can directly put 0 here in the answer. Okay. So the root of this number is equal to 12,120. Okay, students. I think now you have very clear. You have clear about the clearly how to find out the square root of a number using long division method. Now we move to question number 7. What is question number 7? Find the value of the following. Here also the root of 345 is how to find out. Here also method is not mentioned, so we can use the division method, long division method. And 345 is not a perfect square number, so there can be the answer there can be decimal number. So we use a long division method. First we group from right side to left side, then we take first group 3, that is perfect square less than or equal to this 3 is that 1 into 1, and then subtract 2. Next group 45, double of this, double of 1 is equal to 2. Then we want to find out a number when it is when we multiply with that, it should be equal to or less than with this number. Suppose if we take 7, around 7. If we take 5, 25 into 5, 125, it is 245. So 7 times you check. 7 7s are 49, remainder 4, 7 2s are 14 plus 4, 18. But 189 only here, 245. So we take 8. 28 into 8. 8 8s are 64. Then remainder 6. 8 2s are 16 plus 6, 22. 224. Okay, 8 is the digit. Here 8. If we take more than that, then it will be bigger than this number. So for 8. 28 into 8 is equal to 224. Then we subtract 1 and 2. Here, next division is not finished. Therefore, we have to continue by placing zeros here. We can take 2 zeros in one group. Like that, any number of zeros we can take. And that time, make sure that when we bring down 0, at that time we make sure that we have to place a decimal in the answer. Okay. So when the digits are over but division is not over, at that time we can make a group of zeros, and then when we make a group of zeros, when we bring down, then at that time we have to put a point in the decimal point in the quotient. Now this 0 came here. 2100. Then double of this 36. 18 2s are 36. So when we write a number here and then we multiply with that number, it should be equal to or less than 2100. We can take at least 3 4 means 364 into 4. 4 4s are 16, 6 4s are 24, 25, 3 4s are 12 plus 2 14, 1400. But here it is 2100. Therefore we check with the 5 to 365. 365 into 5. 5 5s are 25, remainder 2, 5 6 are 30, plus 2 32, remainder 3, 3 5s are 15, plus 3 80, 1825. If you take 6, 3 6 6 into 6, 6 6 are 36, 6 6 are 36, 39, remainder 3 6 are 18 plus 20. It will be more than that. So it will be 5. So here 5, here also 5, and then we get a 1 8 2 5. Then 10 minus 5 5, 9 minus 2 7, and 10 minus 8 2, okay, 275. So then also we can continue like this, putting one more digit, we can continue that. Here 0 0, and then double of 185. 370. Then when we have to find out a digit here, we have to find out a digit here. When we multiply by that digit, it should be equal to or less than the given number. So 370, 5 times 3 5s are 15, but here 27,000. We can take 6 or 7. 3707 into 7. 7 7s are 49, remainder 4. 7 7s are 49. Okay, 2 5. If we take 8, 3708 into 8. 8 8s are 64, 6 7 8s are 56, remainder 5, 29,000. So 8 times will not come, which one? 7 times. So we write here 7, here also, and 2 5 9 4 9. Subtract. If we continue, we will get this decimal part will continue like that. So we can write up to here it is enough. So we can write root of 345 is equal to 18.57. If we continue, we get more digits. Okay, we can stop from here itself. Okay, students. So in this way, sometimes if the number is not a perfect square number, then we will get a decimal. If we continue, we will get a decimal point and decimal number in the square root of that number. Okay. So this example you take. So whenever the digit is over, we place a group of 0 at that time. Don't forget to put a decimal point in the quotient, and afterwards you can continue the process. Okay, seventh question B. Root 2 upon 49. This is a mixed fraction. So first of all, we have to change them into proper fraction by multiplying with this number. 49 into 2, 98 plus 2, 100. 100 upon 49. So here we got 100 upon 49. This 100 upon root 100 upon 49 means it is root 100 upon root 49. Means the root of these two numbers will be equal to the root of 100 upon root of 49. Root of 100 you can find out by long division method or by prime factorization method, but directly you know that 100 root which number, that is 10 times are 100, and 49 7 7s are 49. So here directly we write the answer, no need to factorize or no need to do long division method. Directly as it is smaller number you can directly write. So here we get root 100 is equal to 10 and root 49 is equal to 7. Now we can find the value of this. We can divide 10 upon 7. 10 divided by 7. 7 ones are 7. Remainder 3, 30. 7 fours are 28. 2, 20. 7 twos are 14. Then 6, 60. 7 sevens are 7 6. 7 8s are 56. Okay, it will go like that. So we stop from here. So it, the value will be 1.428. Okay, students. So this is very simple question, not a difficulty in solving this. Okay, now we move to question number C. That is 125 root 125.87. This is a decimal number, students. So how to calculate the root of a decimal number? First of all, we have to avoid that decimal. How we can avoid the decimal? Decimal we can change to fraction. So how we can change decimal into fraction? In fraction there are a numerator and denominator. So the numerator we write 125.87 upon, and downside after writing 1 we see how many digits are there after decimal. 2 digits, so 2 zeros. So this is, now we changed this number into fraction form in order to avoid the decimal. Now it is equal to the square root of this number. This is equal to square of 12587 upon square root of 100. If we take the root of these two numbers separately and divide, then we get the value. So first number we are squaring using long division method. We are squaring that, finding the root of that number, 87. We are going to find out the root of this number first of all. So here we group it and we got 1. First group 1, 1 ones are 1. Then subtract. Then next group 25, double of this 1, 2, then 21. If we replace here 1, then we get that's 25, 21, and then subtract 4. Next group 87, double of this 11, that is 22. Which number we have to multiply here, right here, and then we multiply, we get the same number. So it is 2, we can know that 2, and here also we write 2. Then 4, 44. This we subtract. 3, 4, 43 we got. Okay students, here we got a 43 and the digit is finished. So that's what we are going to be put some 0 and we can continue at that even point here. Okay, here two groups we make of zeros. Here you can place a point. Okay, no problem. And then we continue. Then double of this 224. If you write here 2, then this will become 4400, but here 4300, therefore we write 1 here, 1. 2241. Again we subtract 9, 5, okay, and 2, 0, and 2. 2059. Again we make one more group of zeros and then here we write that and then double of this 2242. One number we have to find out here. When we multiply that number, it should be equal to 2,05,900. Which number is that? If we take it 10, 2,05,000, but if we take it 10 itself, then 2,000 only. Therefore 9 times we can take. Here 9 and here also 9. Then 9 nines are 81. So here we got 11,861. So here we stop. We need only up to here. So here we stop and write the value of this number, root of this number, that is equal to which one? 112.19. And downside is 100 root that we can take directly is 10. Now we divide this. In order to divide a number by 10, what we do? We shift to the decimal 1 digit to the left. So it will be 11.219. 11.219 we can write 11.23. This, if you convert this number, 11.23. So 11.219, that is the answer, the root of this decimal number. So in this question, listen, take care students. Here, as it is a decimal number, in order to avoid the decimal, we change it into fraction, and then we calculate the root of both this numerator and denominator separately, and then we divide by that number and find out the value. Okay. Okay, students. Today it is the time to wind up. I think we will stop today here itself, and some questions are remaining that we will solve in our next class. So, students, I think that whatever we have explained today, I have explained today, that all you understood, and once again go through all these questions and also do the homework I am going to send. So thank you all. Have a nice day to everyone. Thank you.